First Alert Weather with meteorologist Noel Navarro.
Welcome back, everybody. Beautiful twilight, and you give it an hour or so, you could do some stargazing for the night until you get to the midnight hour. 33 degrees in Marquette, and pressure still fairly high, not at 30 inches on the barometer, but we'll take it under calm winds. But over at National Weather Service Marquette, we had a high of 39, did not get close to that record of 45. That still stands from 2016, but the next list of maximum temperatures could have broken the record if it was over at National Weather Service Marquette. Harvey area, 50 degrees. Renville, Dickinson County, 48, and a bunch of 46 reports out of Kenton, Kingsford, Menominee, Pelkey, even Silver City in Ontonagon County. Current radar, we've got lake effect snow for Friday. It's going to be directed by the Canadian Shield High, and it is a shield because it prevents the hooking system from the Central Plains to get northward towards upper Michigan. It's going to impact with rain for southern Wisconsin, lower Michigan, and much of Chicagoland and the Ohio Valley. Just to keep note of that. There's another system to come, and it'll give us some snow Saturday night in upper Michigan. But that lake effect, that's important because the average surface temperature is still above freezing for Lake Superior, Lake Michigan too. And how about that ice concentration over Lake Superior? Gitchagumi, less than 10%. So the lake effect snow machine is still alive and well. It's mostly clear for the time being tonight. They'll start to dip below those temperatures, below 32 degrees, while the clouds increase overnight in upper Michigan. It's going to be some low-level clouds that could bring some patchy freezing drizzle, even some patchy fog. But at the same time, it's going to bring in, with a north wind, some lake effect snow around the Lake Superior shore, but once we get towards the afternoon and early evening, some of those snow bands can make it to US 2 on the way to Thompson Township and Manistee. We move forward to Friday night. Late evening is when the snow bands start to taper off, and the clouds, they could get breaks of that to start your Saturday, but temperatures heading to early Saturday will drop down to the teens. Just keep note of that, the cold temperatures again. Your future snowfall from now until the end of Friday, most of it less than an inch for some spots up across the northern half of the region. That darker shade of blue, 1 to 3 inches possible, especially along the Hurons and Michigami Highlands. For your winter weather hazards, tonight through Friday, going to watch out for some icy patches. I put it at moderate because we had some snow melt that could refreeze, and then an addition of freezing drizzle and fog. Now we got some north winds gusting over 20 miles per hour. That could lead to some patchy blowing snow, occasionally poor visibility, but that also applies to some patchy fog by morning. Just to give you a heads up, here is your TV6 First Alert Weather 7-day forecast. So it starts to pick up the wind and snowy hazards, and that's where the first alert lies. Saturday, we've got that system coming in from Vancouver, and it's going to bring in some light snow initially to the end of Saturday, but moderate to heavy bursts are possible with 5 inches or more once we get into Sunday. So keep note of that. Once we get into the early week, the first full week of February in upper Michigan, windy and cold and snowy, and that's a good trend to have because the Winter Carnival is coming next week.
We do like snow for that.
Yes.
Yes, can't be the Winter Carnival when it feels like spring out there, Noel. Bring that winter back.
All right, I'll do the Heike Luta dance later, Vinny.
Yes, thank you for your efforts.
Sports is next with TV6's Sports Star.